Hello, YouTube. What's up? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again, and I am coming to present yet another topic where we have a black woman, single mother, of course, mother of three daughters, who pimps the daughters out to supposedly a black assistant head coach to the Louisville Cardinals men's basketball program. All right. So, what is this case about? This is a case of this black woman, Katina Powell, who wanted to get famous by doing something illegal and salacious and potentially damaging to another set of children that's going to grow up from these single evil black mothers who only see dollar signs off of black stupid men and looking these are women that are looking to exploit and destroy men and what men have built up. And I say this strongly. I got the idea for doing this video from watching Outside the Lines, which came on ESPN when they were doing their report. Now, of course, they put all the emphasis on Patino and the Louisville Cardinal program. And being that it was a sports show, they didn't look at it from the point of this woman just doing something that in and of itself was illegal on his face and admitting to it and doing a book about it. So this woman, she decides to write a book with a co-author, an investigative reporter, and her intent, by her own words, was to destroy the Louisville basketball program, for whatever reason. For whatever reason. So this is what we have here. Black men, pay attention.
A new book is causing quite a stir in the sports world in Kentucky. Breaking Cardinal Rules, written by Katina Powell, accuses the University of Louisville's men's basketball team of paying prostitutes, among other things, to help bring in recruits. WYMT's Alex Casper-Peak spoke to a former Cardinal from the mountains about the accusations.
It just totally caught me off guard.
Katina Powell has made headlines nationwide since the release of her book, Breaking Cardinal Rules, Basketball and the Escort Queen, a book written about Powell's life. The book, which both Powell and co-author Dick Caddy say is true, accuses former graduate assistant Andre McGee of paying prostitutes to strip and have sex with players to bring in recruits from 2010 to 2014.
You got study halls and workouts and practices and class and film sessions. I mean, you're together all the time, literally. And I just feel like if this was going on, somebody would have slipped and said something.
Pike County native Elijah Justice played for the Cardinals for 2 seasons starting in 2010. He says he was not a part of anything mentioned in the book and does not believe his teammates were either.
And for me to have never heard anything about it, just makes me think it's made up. And like I said, I just think it's all crazy. Someone just trying to get somebody else in trouble.
Powell admits to wanting to take down the university in the book and names the players he says were involved. University officials say the allegations have been taken very seriously. In no way would anyone at this institution condone the alleged activities. As for Patino,
to say I'm disheartened, disappointed, would be probably the biggest understatement I've made since I've been a coach.
The NCAA is investigating the accusations. Alex Casper-Peak, WYMT Mountain News.
The university is doing an internal investigation as well. Powell will receive 10% of the book's gross sales.
Remember another woman who decided to become famous off of taking black men down with sexual exploits. Superhead. She wants to go by Corinne Stephens now that she's older, but we still know her as Superhead. A woman who writes a book called Superhead. A woman who relished as being Superhead. Another woman who decided to have sex with a bunch of men, become a whore and cum dumpster. All right. Made fun of the sizes of men, their performance. Went on talk shows, said that she was the best lover. When people was asking her who was the best lover, fell hard for thuggish men. And basically, these are all your rappers, basketball players, just a lot of athletes, stars, and stuff ran up in her, and that's basically all she was. She put herself out as a piece. They ran up in her as a piece because that's how she put herself out there. Then she wrote a book. And after writing a book and outing a whole bunch of men still kept running up in her because she just put herself out there like that. She was a whore of whoredom. Had breast augmentations. I mean, went through the whole 9 yards. Made an X-rated video. Just everything off of the name of Superhead. But now she does not want to be known as Superhead anymore. Why do I put Corinne Stephens, aka Superhead, or Superhead, aka Corinne Stephens? Because be real, y'all, we basically know her more as Superhead than we do as Corinne Stephens. All right, so why would I put her up here? This is a message to Katina Powell. See, because black women, they don't think twice about destroying men. They don't think twice about destroying good things that black men are trying to do. They don't think twice about destroying the lives of black men or the programs that help black men get off the street, get some support, become men. It's almost as if they don't want black men to become good men. So they destroy them as children. Then they destroy them as they're getting started into manhood to prevent them from becoming men so that they can manipulate more men. All right. Now, for Katina Powell, who pimped out her daughters, oh, she got stuff coming to her, but we'll get back to that. We're going to put Superhead up, and I'm going to refer to her as Superhead because that's all we knew of her. That's what she lived off of. She wrote basically 7 books, but she's known for the book Superhead. So on a radio interview, she says she's written 7 books. People known her to write only 3, and the white people were clowning her on the radio show, and she did not understand that the white people were clowning her. She wanted to be known for her writing skills, which to write a tell-all book on sex does not require writing skills. People that like mess, mainly black females, will flock to buy a book from another black female outing or destroying black men. This is what black women do. All right? But Corinne Stephens, aka Superhead, doesn't want to be known as Superhead. And now she's having second thoughts about all the lives she destroyed. Oh, but she ain't trying to go back and fix anything that she's destroyed. She's still living off the money that she's destroyed. But she had no problem with destroying it. Let's take a look and see what I mean by this.
Vixen doesn't exist. You can't tell people that because they don't believe that. It was all fabricated. I didn't even name my books. Confessions of a Video Vixen is not, I would have never named that book that. Somebody else named that.
It's the one in you, never getting you, keeps me wanting you.
Okay? I'm an old bird. I'm not 18 anymore. I'm not 20-something anymore. Who the hell wants to be a 45-year-old vixen? Pamela Anderson couldn't even pull it off. Really? Have you seen Pam Anderson lately? Not pulling it off. I don't want to be Pam Anderson, dude. I don't want to be 40-something years old and can't get a fucking job because I'm 40-something years old and my thing is being sexy. Sexy doesn't last forever. But what I have up here does. I'm a writer. I write shit. Vixen doesn't exist. You can't tell people that because they don't believe that. It was all fabricated. I didn't even name my books. Confessions of a Video Vixen is not, I would have never named that book that. Somebody else named that.
It's the one in you, never getting you, keeps me wanting you, missing you.
I don't want to be about me. I don't want to be on TV. I don't want to do any. This is ridiculous. I want to be anonymous. I want to be anonymous. Authors are supposed to be anonymous. We're not supposed to be on TV. We're not supposed to be doing any of those things. We're supposed to be sitting down, getting drunk, smoking opiates, writing some amazing shit. That's what we all do. Getting into ourselves. That's what makes us different than everybody else. We create the things that you want to see. Everything is written first.
Okay, back to Katina Powell. This is a woman who, after she write SH, she's a writer. No, she's not a writer. She slept with a bunch of people, then wrote a book about the people she slept with to out them so that she could make some money off of them. And she didn't care about what people was going to think of her when she was 40. All right, Katina Powell is a woman that is 40, who didn't think at 40 about the damage that she was going to do with a potentially with making whores out of her own 3 daughters, with one of them being under the age of 18, which is a federal criminal. Yeah, that's Fed time right there. That's a federal offense. All right. What kind of a woman pimps out their daughters? A black woman. And then felt like she could take them to church. Oh, and listen to what she wrote. People may think that I expose my kids, but they enjoy themselves. They meet new people. For those who have a problem with it, kiss my, and you can fill in the blank. This is the kind of black women that black men have to deal with. Period. Black women have become demonic and evil. Oh, yes, and I say that in general because it's most of them. Yes, there are still good black women out there. I've been meaning to do a video on black men should take black women as wives. 10 reasons black men should take black women as wives. And I'll probably do that after this one loads. But the problem with it is that when I go to just research the type of black women we have out there, all that pops up is this. All right. This came while I'm just sitting down watching football or watching, I don't actually watch the games, but I like to watch the highlights. And this is a black woman so dumb that in order to be so angry to take down a basketball program, she doesn't realize that she's taking down herself also. Because let's remember, people, up here, her youngest daughter at the point when all this was happening was under 18. And that's a federal offense. Y'all can see the full story on, I put the link down here, Channel 11 News, Kentucky. Just type that up and type in Katina Powell or the title of the book. But Tom Wine, this is what he said, and I believe he's an attorney. Well, he's an attorney. We'll just leave it at that. I forget what kind he is, but the allegations of criminal activity contained in this book cause grave concern to me and this community. So, look, this black woman is now destroying the look of black women in the community, is because white people even understand that when black women get mad at some black man for something trivial, they will destroy him and anything he's attached to. And this go for white men too. If they get mad at you, they will destroy you. Look at the women that tried to destroy Bernie Sanders' campaign with that Black Lives Matter movement. You know, the hair hats that ran up on stage and threatened to shut his campaign down, or at least that campaign stopped. All right, so I continue. My office is currently in consultation with the University of Louisville Police Department and the Louisville Metro Police Department Crimes Against Children Unit regarding the possible criminal violation revealed in this book. If my office receives credible evidence of sexual abuse or other criminal activity involving minor children, we will vigorously prosecute those responsible for those crimes. Then he further writes or says, if you're going to commit a crime, I would suggest that you write a book about it. Kent Wicker, a former federal Oh, okay. Excuse me, I read that wrong. If you're going to commit a crime, I wouldn't suggest that you write a book about it. All right, and this is Kent Wicker, a former federal prosecutor, now a defense attorney. All right. He also states anything you write in a book can or say to others can be used against you in a court or in court. I was thinking in a court of law. Anyway, y'all go through. These are quotes. Kind of butchered them. All right, so this is a woman that apparently don't care about her daughter, said they enjoyed themselves. So she taught them how to be whores, said they enjoyed themselves, and now these three girls are going to be scarred and not going to be good for an appropriate relationship with a good man. They're going to put themselves out for thugs and thugs and thugs and thugs because their mama is a hoe. Basically, bottom line. And their mama don't care. So, let's continue.
University of Louisville police confirmed they are investigating accusations made in the book Breaking Cardinal Rules. In the book, Katina Powell claims that she was hired by the U of L basketball program to bring girls and alcohol to recruits. Powell says 3 of her daughters attended the parties while 2 of them were underage. Defense attorney Steve Romines, who is not involved in the investigation, does not believe Powell's admissions in the book are enough for criminal charges.
Unless they can get one of the daughters to say that at the time I was underage, I did these things, you know, they'll never get a conviction from it in the first place.
The man Powell says hired her, Andre McGee, could also face charges if there is evidence that it really happened and he knew the girls were underage. The Commonwealth's attorney is part of the investigation.
All right, so black men, can we guess what probably happened here? You got a black woman who is angry, probably at Mr. McGee, and wanted to get revenge against the program, probably because he wouldn't marry her or be with her and something, because she saw he was making money, and you know how these sisters are. They want to extort money instead of build it with you, because they want to get you for your money and then have you in court for child support or divorce later. All right? And white women do it too. Bull, not on the level that black women do it. And black women aren't supposed to be like that. They're supposed to want their men, and they're supposed to want to be a partner in the community and build a community. But they ain't trying to build crap. They ain't even trying to build their own families. 2 daughters I made, at first I understood 1, 2 daughters were underage at the time. Now, she's probably going to make enough money to hire a good lawyer to extort all that money for her defense. But this woman needs to be buried under a jail. Corinne, along with Corinne Steffen. These are 2 of the biggest whores that we have. And they are becoming popular by a lot of black women buying their books, because a lot of black women made Superhead a household name. A lot of black women are going to make Katina Powell a household name. But here's the problem. This is why this is ending up in news. What Katina Powell has caused a lot of legal ramifications and possibly criminal ramifications, to include involving herself. So, I would like to say, with that said, I'm out. But I got one last point of view and some insight coming from an individual that I thought fell off the map. So I want y'all to hear him. I want women to pay attention to this. Any black women that see this and make it to the end, pay attention to what he has to say. All right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, those that are ladies and those that are gentlemen. Ja Rule said it best. Some men keep wanting to play with fire. But if you look at those men, they were probably, most of them, raised by a single black woman. The men before Corinne Steffen wrote the book could have been raised by a 2-parent household or one. You know, they see a fine sister, they going to want to get all up in it, right? Some is going to fall in love with the coochie. Imagine some did. But the wise men know to leave women like that alone. A wise man also knows to leave any woman that has bought the Katina Powell's book and Superhead's book and buy their books. You need to leave them the hell alone. Period. If you run across a sister and she owns the book by Katina Powell, Breaking Cardinal Rules, or Superhead's book, any of her books, leave that sister alone. Leave her running. Leave her running. This video right here is a warning to black men. Black women have become dangerous for us. I'm saying this, I mean for real. Black women have become utterly dangerous for us. There are good black men, women out there. And so if you're a good black man, I think that black men should build with black women, but most black women are trash. And we just got to seek hard for the women that are not. If you're a black man with children, find a black woman that's trying to raise the children right, and you'll be able to be a judge of that woman's character by how she allows you as a good black man to interact with her children. Right? If you're a good black man and she sees you as a good black man and wants to be with you, then you might have something there. But then watch her though, and make sure she just wants to be with you because you can do the things that black men are supposed to do, and she honors that. But for the most part, that's going to be hard to find. All right, most black women succumb to this. They subscribe to this kind of behavior. They love this kind of behavior. It's the reason why Scandal, Empire, and these women book hit #1. Leave them alone. Black women have become demonic, evil, and poison to us. And you have some good ones. Just look in the reply section to people's videos that talk about black women. You'll be able to tell the good ones from the evil one. Good ones will open up their eyes and they will see the truth in what we are trying to say. The evil ones, the first thing they're going to try to do is emasculate you and talk evil about you. Right? We need to ignore them and kick them to the curb. All right, people? So with that said, I am out. Oh, by the way, subscribe, like, share, whatever. Another dude asked me in one of my comments section if he could share and if he could use any portions of my video, and that's the purpose of all this, right? We need to share information. As men, we need to share information, and maybe when black women see how they're really acted and how they're really portrayed, it might cause some of them to turn from these wicked ways. Most will not. Understand this, most will not. Bible says what? 2/3. So most will not. All right. So with that said, I'm out.